the excitement of the newcomer. As your eyes get used to the sights, your ears tune into the language, and your body adjusts to the new rhythms around you, you take an instant to reflect on the journey that has taken you thus far, to project to what you want your new life to become, to get ready to give and to take, to teach and to learn, like Matías when he steps up to dance.
Me llamo Matías, soy de Argentina, de la provincia de Mendoza. Tengo 23 años y llevo un año viviendo en Gibraltar. Allí se mueve mucho lo que es el baile en Mendoza y pues ahí fue donde paseando por las calles pues vi un grupo de jóvenes bailando y yo tenía entre 12 y 13 años cuando yo vi eso y vi que hacían cosas que yo pensaba que no podía hacer. Empecé haciendo el pino, el handstand, creo que se dice en inglés. Y desde ahí fui ya cogiendo fuerza, empecé a bailar, a conocer gente y desde ahí también conocí lo que es la competencia, lo que es bailar. Y pues decidí entrenar con los mejores para poder participar en un concurso de campeonato de breakdance. Cuando llegué pues no conocía gente y trabajando con mi padre en la construcción, ayudándole, pues siempre que veía le preguntaba a la gente dónde se bailaba, dónde hacían breakdance, porque más buscaba yo. Y pues preguntando me dijeron que había una academia que se llama AIM, Arte en Movimiento, y pues me dio un montón de curiosidad y empecé a pedir direcciones, la gente empezaba a indicar por dónde era y hasta que al final la encontré. Y pues de ahí conocí a Nathan.
For the last year and a half I've been here. It's been very important to me to revamp what hip hop and break is. I started breakdancing when I was 7 years old on the streets. Until then, eventually I trained classical. So for me it's very important, the whole breakdance stuff, because I think it's the most important thing. One, to bring boys into dancing. Two, for young kids to start to have a base in dance. Thankfully, Matías from Argentina, a fantastic breaker, came on to find me, which was a pleasant surprise. And he just came to our center and very humble and said that he wanted to kind of start hip-hop and he can do hip-hop with us, which was like, yes, please. And he's been there and he's been a breath of fresh air because he brings his style. He's an original b-boy, so he, as well as me, dances on the streets of Argentina. So it's very important to me because he's come to the center and he's also kind of a fantastic teacher, great patience with the kids. So he comes to help me with the street kids. And obviously it's important to me for young kids to be able to see boys dancing, not just myself, but the more the merrier, you know? So he comes in and it's more inspiring to see other breakers. Very excited to have people like Matías here in the Rock of Gibraltar with us.
Do a little routine and then a little jump. Everybody rise. Straight out.
Lo que más me gusta de trabajar con los niños es que le ponen unas ganas que como son pequeños y no tienen miedo, pues se lanzan. Y a veces nosotros los grandes cuando empezamos a bailar pues nos da un poquito de miedo. Pero ellos no, ellos son corajudos, ellos se lanzan y ahí a lo que salga. Y pues de vez en cuando se pegará un toquecito en los codos. Pero me encanta las ganas que le ponen, cuando se ponen a bailar arriba y lanzan los brazos a cualquier lado, pues eso es guapísimo, eso es precioso. Cuando me ven a mí o ven a Nathan o a uno que sabe, se quedan impresionados y ahí nomás ellos ya lo quieren intentar. A veces hay que decirle que no lo intente todavía, hay que ir de a poco, tienes que aprender ciertos movimientos para que luego sacar eso. Cuando uno conoce sobre lo que es el breakdance, pues la misma gente te incluye eso. Cuando ve que te gusta, pues empieza a bailar, pero te empiezan a enseñar de qué va el breakdance. Sobre todo lo que va el breakdance es relacionarse, es una forma de conocer gente, de conocer b-boys, de compartir algo diferente. Fuerte aquí y chulo. ¿Sí? ¿Te sale? Bien, bien, bien. Bueno, la gente cuando nos ve lo primero que dice es que estamos limpiando el piso. Y puede que parezca que estamos limpiando el piso, pero lo que estamos haciendo es arte, es creación. El breakdance es innovar, no es solamente un baile como salsa, que va todo preparado, es improvisar, es lo que te salga de adentro, la creatividad que tiene uno por dentro se muestra en lo que es el baile. ¿Desde aquí?
The thing I love about breakdance is that there is no right or wrong. Everybody has a different style. As capoeira, it's not like contemporary, for example, where people will say, well, the feet is not quite pointed or legs not turned out. Capoeira and breakdance is free, and the beautiful thing about it is that everybody has a different influence from their backgrounds, from their journeys of hip-hop. Hence, for example, Matias has a completely different style to my breakdance. I'm more of a body popper, he's more of a breaker, but even as break, you know, he's got his more different flair. And even like, you know, he claims that he's not dances a lot of tango, but you can see that he's got that Latin flavor in his moves.
¿Qué? ¿Lo tienen? Otra vez, principio. Venga. 5, 6, 7, 8. Giro. Al lado. Hacia el otro. Giro.
The emphasis, I said, of my center is art in movement, is expression, is art form, not a competitive side, but more of a sharing, expressive side. And to see someone like Matias to bring a different flavor and to see him express himself in the way that he does, very different to the way that perhaps I would do or some other dancer, it gives a perfect platform for young kids to be able to see and find themselves with the movement. And what dance does is that. For me, the importance of dance is not how good you are or how many medals you can win. Obviously, that can be an achievement, but it's more important for people to achieve how they express themselves and how they're honest to the way the music makes that person want to move.
Ahora con Nation queremos fusionar lo que es el breakdance con el contemporáneo, también con el tango, que pega mucho con el tango, y queremos hacer muchas mezclas con el breakdance. Y yo escogí lo que es el tango porque como es Argentina, yo soy argentino, pues me gustaría mostrar con el breakdance el pasos de tango, que se ve muy guapo cuando desliza la pierna, pone la mano así, de repente te tiras al suelo haciendo break y termina en una posición moviéndote, se ve precioso y se ve totalmente diferente a lo que es el breakdance solo.
great thing about Matthias is that being an original b-boy that he is, he's used to battling, he's used to kind of like dancing in the street and competing. But the beautiful thing about the competition as a breakdancer is that the philosophy behind it is not about who's the winner, but who can do something creative and something different that nobody has ever seen. So what I love, because I don't think competition is wrong, but the emphasis of too much competition can be.
Ahora lo que estamos haciendo, lo que estoy haciendo es reunir a un grupo de chicos para poder formar un grupo en Gibraltar sobre el breakdance y poder ir a competir a España. Empezar de a poco hasta que poco a poco pues, vayamos creciendo y empecemos a ganar campeonatos, porque la idea no es bailar, pero también es participar, no por competir, y cada campeonato siempre se aprende algo, siempre uno crece y como comparte con muchísima gente. Me gustaría seguir aquí trabajando con Neysan y influenciar mucho en los jóvenes de Gibraltar y de parte de la línea para que crezca el baile.
For young children to be able to now and then say, yeah, I want to compete, but more importantly, for them to say, you know, this is how I dance, this is my identity, and what's yours, you know, and that is the main focus. And that is something I want to see more, and I think that will eventually happen when we have more people from abroad coming here and with different experiences than what we have in Gibraltar, and just bringing more to that palette that we already have, bringing more of that art form rather than dance as a sport. And that is what I would like to see, and that's where we're going, so it's all looking good. Slowly but surely we will get there.
Okay. Red mat. Come on, boys, red mat.
Our memories of home are made up of fleeting details, sounds, smells and flavors, lights, shadows and silhouettes. Amidst all this, as an integral part of our personal inner landscape, we remember the natural environment in which we grew up. As our cities grow and change, this becomes but another fleeting detail, unless Ania has something to say about it.
My name is Anna Maza. I'm from Poland, from little village next to the sea. I came here around 6 years ago, but I do my project more or less this year will be 3. I came from a very beautiful natural place. It's a small village next to the sea. My father was fisherman, so many times I spent with him. It's very important to say also that Poland is very green, and it's like 70% of Poland is forest, and that's beautiful. It's not many countries like that. Since I was small, I always wanted to live in the south, which is more sun and warm, so that was my dream, and I came here. And then just the beauty which I discover here as Tarifa and Gibraltar is a special place for me, and I decided to stay and try try to make my life here. For me, it was really amazing to see that Hindu, Moroccan, Jewish, everyone. I have kids from I don't know, everywhere. They are a mixture of mother, grandfather, different already. So that's very interesting. And in Poland, actually, yeah, especially I grew up in communism, we was really closed, and we never had the contact with even our neighbors. And yeah, we was blocked, and still you can feel it, that we are really together, and that's the base of Polish people because of the history. It was long and tough and rough, and I really enjoy that in here. You can see and some people from different part of the world. Interesting, very interesting.
Hey, baby. Okay, so I'm going just to the car. I need to put it down.
I grew up in communism, and we never had anything like toys and television, nothing. I grew up in that environment. So all the games, everything was outside. And that makes me really who I am, because looking what we have now, wherever, in Europe, here, what I can see and what is the difference is that I was lucky to grow up like that. Because here I see children and adults, everyone just want more money and new car, new house, new toy, everything just new and better and better and better, and they just forgetting what is actually giving us the biggest happiness. They should focus more about protection and caring about the nature. That's what I believe and what I do here.
And as we know, Clean Up the World is the day when we're cleaning all Gibraltar, yeah? So all what we do, we're just gonna say about recycle, we're gonna scream that people should not trash rubbish, yeah? Anyway? And that's it, okay? Promoting, we go
3 years ago, Anya popped into our lives, into my office, saying she really was very interested to work with the environment and using her skills and her background, and really for the last 3 years very instrumental in helping create the awareness through our parades, workshops.
When I arrived to Gibraltar, I was trying to see what I can do here. So that's how I get to phone number to Janet. I called her, I told her straight, I think, that day, that I would like to do this, I would like to meet you, I have some ideas with the workshops, and straight, come to the office, and that's how I start everything. Janet, she do this for 9 years now already. I'm with her the third. So it's a big parade, it's a big day of cleaning and many people helping us. And in the same time, it's a big parade in the main street with all children and the schools, making show with the good messages. Every year we have different message. Showing and screaming and singing in the street what we should do, that we should clean up the world.
And although people think about it as a weekend, no, the preparation that goes into it is about 4 months, and there is a impact afterwards. You know, we involve schools or different organizations who are doing green work or business.
21 of September this year. It's the biggest day for us. So children from my classes, they will come. We're gonna dress up with the Clean Up the World t-shirt and invite them and talk about Clean Up the World and about the date, just promoting a bit more. Since the beginning, I remember at school, in the first school, we already have classes about environment to protect them. So I never did that. I just threw out the rubbish. My mom always, we never had that problem. So I think that's the northern countries, they are, I can say, better with that.
Because it's an environmental group, there are a lot of different issues and areas. The current administration is investing in qualified personnel throughout the system, so that means the port, that means in monitoring. We still want to see littering, for example, tackled. Bunkering has been a big issue, still issues there. There's sewage pumped into Western Beach by Spain. We still pump our sewage into the sea. The big petrochemical complex in the middle of the bay that is really badly degrading the environment and also causing links to serious disease and high cancer clusters. So we work locally, but we also work regionally, and we like to work with international organizations about the bigger issues. No?
Maya, can you go with her? Can you go with her? Yeah. So, Eco-art classes aim to teach children how to discover new ways of expressing themselves and the relationship with the art and nature. As they play with the art, they can learn a bit of more about environment and how to protect our nature. So I'm trying to open the eyes, because we're producing so much rubbish, we just destroying our nature more and more. And that's what I'm trying to do with them, just with fun, doing arts, explain them what we can use, reuse, reduce, recycle, so even more. Yeah. During the workshops, I'm using recycling and natural materials. In that way, I can show them how to change them into a piece of art. Take the brush and start, but this is Polish design, yeah? And it needs to be really, really important to do it like she did. You see? Many colors, beautiful, Lola.
Look at mine.
I wanted to show more style of Polish folklore art. It still exists, and in many places we still using. It's for the clothes, it's for the decoration at home. It's one of the oldest typical design, yeah. Still now, if you can visit Poland, you can still see everywhere. And we have special dance also, so then the art, the music continue. Oh, girls, watch out the wind. I started doing eco-art more or less 3 years ago in Gibraltar. I put my 3 things together, I can say, which I love, which is children, art and nature.
From all the rubbish on the floor, let's say we make all different kinds of things. We do flowers. Like these shells.
All of the children are recycled at home, so they bringing stuff to the class. So whatever is bottles, is tops, is toilet paper rolls, it's cardboard, everything is useful. Sometimes they just do whatever they want, they pick up the rubbish, and then they say, I want to make today dolphin, or I want to make the car, or I want to do this, and we just taking rubbish, painting, color it, and then we have amazing piece of art.
I made this book by recycling. Yes, you see it's cardboard here, and I just decorated with fabric and some Even though these stickers. Are normal papers, and it's not actually recycling these papers, it's still recycling.
Oh, the dolphin. Well done. Between that we're painting and doing and having fun, then I'm trying to give them information about our awareness, you know, what we should do, how we can make this world much better. My father always was laughing because I was a very specific kid, and he always was saying, Anna, you can't save the world. And yeah, I grew up and I know that I can't, but I think at least if you can do a bit, it's enough. And if everyone can do something and believe, I think that will make change and difference. So I think, in a way, and a bit changing this small little mind, and that's what I like.